The Raptors will make the playoffs on the eighth spot by the end of this year, and then they'll get bounced out by Cleveland or Boston in four. So,
No, no chance. It's on the four.
I got a big dream and I aim high. Take a risk every time I play dice. I shake 'em up and it's snake eyes. I'm the same guy on the same grind. Busy printing money, watch the paint dry. My intuition told me through the grapevine that I'ma get rich and I ain't lying. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex.
Somebody else beat you. Three on the way. He got it. And they let the greatest player in the game take the game-winning three.
welcome everyone to another great episode of Tea Time with Tommy, my 30th Raptors Cup. And look who's next to me. Oh my goodness, Akeim Villous. It is good to have this guy back. Give him a standing ovation.
It's a pleasure to be back, man. I haven't been on in so long.
In a decade, because since the soccer with Naz, and now we have the great Akeim Villous back. And
That's right. It's been since the summer, the Euro Cup.
It's been since the Euro Cup last time you came on, right?
Yeah, it's a long time.
Woo, long time ago. But
for sure.
Great to have Akeim back, guys, for Raptors.
And I hope you guys all forgive me.
So we gotta forgive him now. Now the roles have changed, guys. Now, so I was the one who know a lot about soccer. Akeim do. Now the roles are reversed. I am the basketball guy, but Akeim watches basketball. He can definitely hold his own. So I have faith in you, Akeim. You ready?
No, for sure.
All right. Let's go right to it, guys. So our topic this episode, guys, now the Raptors got SCOTTIE back, Akeim, and they got and Grady and Barrett have been really showing up. So is the rest of the players around them, the young guys. Topic question. Now, can the Raptors make the playoffs this year? Do you think with SCOTTIE back and we're going to get Emmanuel and Bruce Brown back, do you think we're going to make the playoffs this year, Akeim? We're 4-15 right now, currently standing. No, 7-15. 7-15. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's tough. There's some pretty strong opponents in the East right now.
Anyways, keep going.
Say again?
Oh, pretty strong. Keep going, man. I interrupted you. My bad. Keep going.
No, there's some pretty strong. I mean, of course, it's a bit top heavy because when you look at the biggest one will be Boston. Maybe not actually. The East is actually not too strong.
Yeah, right? I was saying it's the West.
Yeah, the East is actually not too strong. The East is strong on paper, but a lot of these teams aren't performing. Right?
Well, to your defense, like you got the Cavs, Celtics. It's pretty good. These are conference: Magic, Knicks, Bucks, Hawks, Heat.
But that's the thing. The Bucks aren't really performing.
Yeah, after
so it's like on paper they look good. So I'm gonna say Raptors probably won't make the playoffs, but it's not that the team is horrible in the Eastern Conference. It's more just like they've been barred by injuries this season. Like a lot of guys went missing, and honestly, it's gonna take a lot of effort for all these guys to come back, get back their form, and actually start balling like how we've seen that they did in the past. So I think they missed playoffs this year. Also, I think they might want to tank to see if they could get potentially
Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag. Let's go, Duke.
From a business perspective, I don't think it makes sense to even do anything this season. I think they probably should strategically tank. And so, I don't see Raptors making the playoffs. Just wouldn't make sense because if you made the playoffs, for what reason? Because they don't really have anywhere going in the playoffs. Most likely not, unless Scottie Barnes and RJ and quickly put on some like remarkable performances. But that's most likely not in the cards. So I'll say Raptors won't make playoffs, and they probably will get encouraged not to make it. Even though we don't like that from a sports perspective, we want to see guys fight each and every night. But from a business perspective, it wouldn't make sense. So I think it'll be a tanking season, and they do not make playoffs.
Oh, that's a good point, Akeim. First of all, since you haven't seen me a long time on the podcast, look at this Vince Carter hat, Akeim.
I'm trying to ignore the Vince Carter hat.
30th anniversary cup, yeah. And right here, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. You know where that came from, the dunk contest. Wait. Sorry, I went off on the top ridiculous tangent there, Akeim and guys. Yeah, I think they will. Okay, they're currently standing. Look at the stats, Akeim. Okay, the Raptors are 7-15. Right now, they're only I'm thinking they're games back. Only a couple of games back from the Nets. 3 games, 3 or 2.5.
It doesn't make sense though. It's not that they can't. It doesn't make
E-
sense.
Eastern Conference isn't really that tough this year. Like, I mean, the only teams that are dominating right now, Cavs,
Cleveland
Celtics,
and
Magic,
Boston. Yeah.
Knicks. After those four, it's all up for grabs. Bucks is having
Even Orlando's not really. So, I mean, sorry to cut you off, but even Orlando isn't
no,
too like they're good, but like
they're not dominating,
they're
right?
not dominating. Like the only
So
team that's really dominating, where it's like Raptors have no chance, is Boston,
Cavs,
Cleveland,
Knicks.
Cavs, of course, and Knicks. Right? Those are three teams, and Milwaukee if they get going.
Yeah, they're having. They're like they're awful.
Is Middleton projected to come back anytime soon?
It doesn't matter. He's old.
But Middleton's important,
He's
man.
an oldie. All respect to you, Chris
Yeah,
Middleton, but
it's
you're an oldie.
Middleton's important.
He's
So it's like,
old.
but it doesn't make sense for them to even try to do anything because if you go to playoffs, they're not.
Like after the like you said, that came after the Cavs and the Celtics and the Knicks. Like they're not. It's not really a top heavy Eastern Conference. It's a horrendous conference right now. So I think the Raptors sitting at 7-15. Think about Akeem. You're gonna get Scotty's leading the team right now, right? RJ and Gray have come to their own while Scotty was injured, and
Quickly also coming in.
the young kids, they're feisty. I love their fight. I love it.
Yeah,
That's on the team. Like Davion Mitchell,
yeah,
Sheed is on there. Jonathan
Christian Wood.
Mogul, Jacoby Walter. Polo's coming into his own right now. So all the young kids in Polo and everyone surrounding that main core of Barrett, Quickly and Grady and Scotty, they're coming into their own. They're fighters. There's a young fighting bench on that team. So I think it's not a really tough conference. Like you get the play-in tournament, right? So what they got to beat the Pacers and Bulls, who Raptors can definitely beat the Pacers and Bulls in the play-in tournament, and then you get the Nets and the Heat or the Hawks in the
The
playoffs.
Pacers will be difficult.
No, they're not. They're having a pretty bad year, Akeem. They're 9-14. We took care of them easily a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's right. But
they're 9-14, not very a great record. We're not far off. We're only 2 games back. No,
the East is weird this year. It's
one and a
very
half.
weird.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
East
one
is
and a half.
very weird this year because a
Yeah,
lot of teams are underperforming the East, and a lot of teams like I mean, Indiana Pacers went to the Eastern Conference Finals just last year, and
yeah.
this season they're not particularly doing too well. So it's like the East, a lot of teams in the East has been a little bit underwhelming. Like even like Charlotte Hornets, I expect a little bit better from.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
like there's a couple like Philadelphia as well, right? Like what's going on there?
Yeah, that's that. We should. That'll be another topic in the future. But they're doing awful. They're the second.
Yeah, but it's like the East is
Yeah,
good on paper, but for some reason, a lot of teams have been aren't performing. But then there's the Cavs who are overperform. No, let me not say overperforming,
true.
but they're doing fantastic.
So, Akeem, you don't think they're going to make it? I believe they will make it because, once again, it's not like a top-heavy conference. Western Conference is the heavier one. So, I say they'll make it. Akeem says no.
No
So
chance.
let's move on. Let's move on to question number
Super flag
two.
season.
Let's Cooper Flag. Let's move on to question number two, Akeem. Like, hey, so I'm the one that's supposed to be dominating this conversation, man. What's going on? I'm the basketball guy here, Mr. Soccer. Anyways, I'm glad. I'm glad you're dominating this. I'm glad you're into this,
I
Akeem.
actually have the Raptors on the
This
background
guy
right
was
now.
scared. This guy was scared, ladies and gentlemen, to come on because he thought he would not know what he's talking about. He does. All
I
right.
know basketball. I watch it. I watch it almost every night.
Lies, lies. He's a lies, full of lies, guys. All right. Question number two, Akeem. What Raptors players will have to shine? I mean, sorry. Who are the Raptors players that have shined so far and that will have to shine for the Raptors to make the playoffs this year? So who are the players you're picking? Well, obviously, other
Oh,
than
like
Scotty, but who else?
not even Scotty. I mean, Scotty's obviously, but Scotty wasn't the first one that came to mind. The first one for me is I need. I think people in the league and fans should give him those applause. I think it's RJ Barrett. Like
Yeah.
I kind of seen it since last season, and I've been a little bit championing him. But RJ Barrett has been honestly been really really good. I think that during a tough period, the Raptors needed like a scorer. He might not be the greatest, but he could tell that the will is there, and he seems as if he wants to play basketball, and he's doing his job. So I'll say RJ Barrett for sure. If he has to continue what he's doing, because right now he's honestly been fantastic. Continue this great work, build upon it with Scotty coming back into the mix, quickly coming back into the mix, and then obviously Grady Dick. I think that he has to. I think he's having a phenomenal second season. I believe he's leading all second season NBA players in points this season, which is phenomenal. The only criticism I'll say for Dick would be that he has to hit his open threes when he gets them.
Yeah.
He misses a too many open threes for this level, and I think that might be the next step for him to knock down those open threes because it will be crucial in like more important games. Because there's another thing with Raptors' trend is that they play really well the third up until the third and fourth quarter, and then they kind of just like blow out the gas, they blow out steam, and then they just lose games either late in the fourth or they get blown out in the third quarter, and then the game doesn't actually match how the rest of the game went. So I think Raptors are honestly really close, really good team right now, surprisingly, because nobody expected this from us. Players are coming back from injury, and Grady Dick and RJ Barrett definitely have to continue the great work they're doing right now and build upon it with Scottie and quickly coming back into the picture
Yeah.
and see how we can improve from there for sure.
Oh, good answers. Good answer, Akeem. So yeah, like Akeem mentioned, guys, like you mentioned, Akeem, you got the core you mentioned that have to step up. Barrett, Grady Dick, of course, Emmanuel quickly when he gets back, and
Yeah.
our El Capitan, Scotty Barnes, Sir Scotty.
When is quickly coming back? Do you
I
know?
have no idea. Once we get him back, I believe we're gonna make a run for the play-in or the playoffs. But he's still injured. Bruce Brown, of course, is still
Yeah.
injured, Akeem. I'm gonna
Yeah, Bruce Brown as well. That's
yeah.
an important addition.
But good points
Okay.
on that. On what the players you said. I'm gonna go with two key players that have to shine. For who have shine and will have to shine for the Raptors to make the playoffs, even the play-in this year. And those two are this year's draft picks. Talking about Jonathan Mogbo and Jacoby Walter. Now they've done so far so well as rookies on the team, coming off the bench, giving them that spark, giving that grittiness, that young legs that the Raptors have that need on their team. So they've been doing really good. You got Mogbo here. He's been averaging 15.5 minutes per game. Jacoby's 17. They're both averaging 5 points per game, but they're just rookies, right? But at the same time, I think they're going to have to step up to help that core of Grady Dick and Emmanuel, RJ, and Scotty. So
Yeah.
I think those are the two players that you got to really look at, Akeem, to see.
Yeah.
They'll be the ones that will need that spark to give the Raptors at least that run to the play-in tournament to make the playoffs. So
I
yeah, I'm
agree.
looking at
I
Jacoby
agree.
Walter and Jonathan Mogul. Also huge props to Jamal Sheed and Davion Mitchell. They've been holding their own. Wow.
Davion Mitchell
Oh,
eh, has been an unsung hero.
unsung.
Defensively, he's putting in the work. He's hitting decent threes when it matters. Um, yeah, honestly, David Mitchell. What I think that's a fantastic signing. Um, I'm trying to remember exactly what game it is, but that's the game where I knew he was legit. I believe it was against earlier on in the season against Philadelphia. I think the Raptors kept Tyrese Maxey to like bare minimum amount of points just through like locking him up on defense, which was fantastic. That's when I knew that these Toronto guards they're serious about playing. So that's really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Akeem, let's go with question topic. Last one, number three.
All right, let's do
Are you
this.
ready to answer this one? So, and I know you kind of answered this in question one, but let's just make the final conclusion. All right,
Please.
ladies and gentlemen, and Akeem, realistically, where will the Raptors end up this year? Like, where are you looking at them realistically?
Realistically, in this Eastern Conference,
Tough question, but where do you
it
think?
is a tough. It is a tough question. Tough question, just because I think the Eastern Conference has decent teams that are underperforming. I think those teams will click towards the as the run towards the end of the season. Well, towards now and the end of the season. Milwaukee being one of them. I think those teams will start clicking. Indiana, Philly. I think they'll get going. That will push Raptors down in the pecking order. So I honestly, can the Raptors make the playoffs? Yes. Do I think they will make the playoffs? No, because from a business perspective, it wouldn't make sense, especially when the possibility of getting such a um highly sorted after draft picking potentially Cooper Flag is it wouldn't make sense. So I think Raptors would probably not make playoffs and honestly probably kind of tank.
Hmm. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, but hear me out. Hear me out, Hakeem. The Raptors will make the playoffs on the eighth spot by the end of this year, and then they'll get bounced out by Cleveland or Boston in four. So
No, no chance. It's on the four.
Raptors will lose all 4 games
no chance.
to the Cavaliers and the Celtics, and then
Gentleman's sweep.
but
Cavs,
gentlemen,
they win 2 games.
but
Boston,
I
but
think
gentleman's sweep.
I think they definitely I think the Raptors have the talent to make the playoffs. I think they'll make it to 8th place. Like look at the teams they have to get through. Like they're not. It's not that tough. Like you got what? What do you got? 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th right now. Heat, Nets, Bulls, Pacers. Raptors can beat any one of those 4 teams in a one game, go for it all type of situation.
I
So
mean,
I
both
think
have Lonzo back.
who?
Lonzo Ball
Oh,
return.
whoopity doo!
He held the team.
LaMelo's way
Loves the
better than
structure.
him, anyway. But anyway, like yeah. So I think basically I'm looking at the Raptors. It's not tough, but Pistons, come on, Pacers, both. Nets. Are you serious? They scare you, Akeem? The Heat, the Hawks, do they scare you? The Bucks, do they scare you? No, no. So even since the Orlando Magic's not even that scary, so easily the Raptors can make a run. Or too early in the season right now. They can definitely make the very, very lame, shallow Eastern Conference right now. They can definitely make that 9th, 10th, 8th. They can definitely make the 8th spot right now. Currently, they're getting smacked. Current recording right now, they're getting smacked by the Thunder right now, but that's the OKC Thunder. So,
Down by
but
20.
yeah, they're losing by 25 points. Akeem, eek, halftime. But I'm about to say OKC Thunder. But yeah, so finally, I will say it: the Raptors will make the playoffs, 8th spot, and they will get swept by the Cavs or the Celtics. I am sorry, Raptors fans. That's what's going to happen. So deal with it. But yeah, yeah. So yeah. Wow, Akeem, you were really good, man. You were scared to come on the show about this, but you did a great job. So I think you can come back again, right?
Of
Ladies and
course,
gentlemen,
I'll be
Akeem
back
Villous
for
will be
sure.
back again.
I'm not sure about the scared part, but I'll be back for sure. I mean, I love talking sports. Love talking sports with you as well. So, of
Same,
course,
same, man.
as long as you're willing to have me, I'll be back, man. Let's do this.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Look at that, Akeem. It went fast today, guys. I want to thank Akeem Villous for joining us. And also, I want to thank all of the you Tea Time viewers for joining us. Stay tuned for more episodes of Tea Time with Tommy Northside. Raptors, Akeem. Akeem Villous, Tea Time with Tommy, signing out. Thank you, sir.
Yo.
You got to get it. Yo.
Make sure you like and subscribe this video so you never miss an episode of Tea Time with Tommy NBA edition, because if you don't, Tommy's gonna come get you and you don't want Tommy after you. Hit that button.